Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Well, today's topic will be about communication skills. So what are communication skills basically? They are ability to convey information efficiently and effectively to the recipient, the person who receives the information. Few types of communication, basically verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and one is written one. So basically, verbal communication involves speaking, talking basically. That's the word comes from verbal. And non-verbal communication includes your gestures, hand movements, your facial expressions, your emotions in the eyes maybe. Um, they are kind of non-verbal communication. And one is written communication wherein you write down something to the recipient and the recipient receives the information in a written form. So these are basic types of communication. Coming to barriers in communication. So what difficulties you face during communicating, right? First is noise. Noise, when someone says something to you, you're not able to hear it properly. That's the reason noise is one distraction which should be avoided. Then inappropriate medium, assumptions or misconceptions, or maybe you may not understand the meaning of the person who is trying to say something to you. So basically misinterpretation is one problem. Emotions, then language differences. Obviously language barriers do exist. If you don't know the language of the person who is speaking to you, how will you able to interpret the meaning of that whatever is being talked to you. Language differences, then poor listening skills. Obviously if your attention is somewhere else, your focus is somewhere else, not on the person who is talking to you, then obviously your listening skills are poor. So communication not just includes talking to a other person or trying to convey your information to other person, but also listening, so that you can decipher the meaning of that, interpret the meaning of what is being conveyed to you, and so that you can reply it or respond to that communication. Other distractions. So these are basic barriers that come in communication. Coming to the disadvantages, the message received will be hard to understand, right? If there are some distractions, obviously you won't be able to understand the message. It can lead to confusion and chaos. Lot of time gets wasted in understanding, in the process of understanding and talking to the person. A lot of time gets wasted if the person is not able to understand the information, right? So basically there should be no distractions. There should be a clear connection between the two people, or one or more people who are communicating with one another, right? So communication is a kind of medium in which you can convey your ideas, creative ideas, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and whatever information you want to convey to the recipient. So basically these barriers tend to hinder the quality of communication. So you have to firstly overcome these barriers in order to make the communication effective and efficient. Then we come to how to improve communication. So basically, what are the good qualities of a communicator? If you ask, then first and foremost thing is eye contact. Whenever you're talking to a person, do not forget to make an eye contact with the person, because that what it says about your character, about your attitude, which comes through your confidence and the presentation skills, your presentability basically. So eye contact is a must, guys. Then clear, calm and understandable talk. So whatever you're supposed to convey it in a very rational, calm and a very understandable way, meaningful way, so that the recipient understands what you want to convey, right? Then self-talk, one conversation at a time. So if there is a group of people, trying to, who are a meeting basically. So if one person is trying to convey something, the other person cannot intrude into the, cannot interrupt into the conversation, because the other person will get interrupted and you won't be able to get the information what this person is trying to convey, right? So effective communication involves listening as well. You should keep calm when someone is talking to you so that you can understand and decipher the meaning or the purpose of that person, what he's trying to convey. Organize your communications, then remove distractions. Obviously, barriers are something which tend to hinder in the path of communication. So that should be taken care of. They should be overcome. Improve language and pronunciation. So if you want to talk something, right, then you need to firstly improve your language, and you should improve your pronunciation as well. If you're not able to pronounce a specific word, then try to learn the basic, all the grammar behind it and how to pronounce it basically, because each and every word has its own pronunciation. For example, there's a word called entrepreneur. So we write it as ENTERPRENEUR, right? So basically this word is pronounced as entrepreneur, not entrepreneur. So you should take care of the pronunciation as well. Then you should be a good listener, as I said. Look, listen, ask, nod, repeat while communicating. These are the basic tactic, guys. Whenever you listen to someone, you should be able to respond to that person. This shows a kind of respect, or this shows a kind that the information is getting conveyed to me, and that's the reason I'm nodding, I'm saying yes, I'm understanding the information that you're trying to convey. So you should be able to listen carefully, understand the meaning and the purpose of the information, and then you should be able to repeat it as well, what the person is trying to convey, so as to show them that yes, we have heard the information, and whatever you're trying to convey, it's been reached to us. So that is a basic communication tactic. Assertiveness is important. Try to understand what the person is trying to say, even if it's against the will, if it's a debate, and if it's against your will. Even respect those ideas as well, even if the person is trying to convey something which is not in your opinion, okay, it's against your opinions. So try to understand first, do not debate back, do not argue back. So just listen, learn to listen first, be assertive, and then respond. Then there are 3 C's basically when it comes to communication. One is be confident, second, be comfortable, and third, be in control. So control is very essential, guys. Whenever you're talking something or you're trying to convey any information, you have to somewhere control your emotions, not go haywire. If you're giving a public speech, you cannot talk about extremely personal things about yourself if it's something related to a very formal topic, like your business, for example. Or for example, if you're talking about something about management strategies, you cannot use your personal private life into that, right? You cannot talk about your personal private things into that. You can talk about your experiences which are related to business but not related to your family life and all, right? So you need to control, you need to understand where you have to set the limit to it, right? What you have to talk, what you have to regarding which things you have to talk about. So control is very essential. You cannot go along with the flow, the flow of your emotions. You need to control them as well whenever you're talking something, and it should be limited or restricted to the topic or the subject which you're talking on. Then be confident. Confidence is a sign that you have that knowledge basically. It's a symbol that you are confident about the information that you possess, and that's the reason you're talking about it. Without that information, you cannot talk. And if you go on to talk about the information, definitely there will be some hindrances, and it will show your lack of confidence and your capture, basically your hold on the topic. So you need to be confident, and you need to be aware firstly that what am I talking, is it right. You need to possess all the information about the context on which you're talking. You need to have the content information, the basic elements of the information about the topic on which you're talking on. Then you have the right to talk rightfully about the information. Then be comfortable, basically whenever you're talking. Don't get anxious, or don't don't show that you're anxious, or you're tense or nervous. It's okay to be nervous, but through time, slowly through experience, and through communicating a lot, interacting with people, basically experience, as I said, is the most important teacher in your life, guys. You're always a learner, and you're always a student learning, and there is no there is no full stop to that learner within you. You are always a learner, even if you become a teacher. So that's the reason you may make mistakes, but the thing is, you have to be comfortable. Whatever you're trying to convey, be comfortable in your zone and try to convey it in your own simple words, which can be easily conveyed to the audience or the people you're trying to convey. The recipient should be able to grasp what you're trying to say, and they should be able to respond to you back, basically encode the information, and this is the channel of communication, and then respond to you back after they receive the information, encode it, process it, store it, and then they understand, decipher the meaning of it, and they respond to you according to their opinions, basically regarding your opinion, what you're trying to convey. So these are properties of a good communicator. How to improve your communication. Being creative in your ideas is very essential. Whenever it's a brand or it's a product that you're promoting, refining your strategies, and keep altering and improvising on yourself as well as your company reputation, your brands, your products, etc. You have to take care of your communication as well, because that is a basic tool wherein you can reach your audience or customers, and you can convey them your dedication, the emotional values, or the values, brand values, basically, of your product or your service, whatever you're offering. Or it may be in other way. If it's a presentation, normal presentation, in order to convey, you need to have your novel ideas firstly. You need to be confident. Novelty is something, guys, which designs the communication pattern in a very beautiful way, and it comes out in a very unique way. And novelty is something which is respected in most unique talks, for example, like TED Talks, etc. So novel ideas is very essential. Then try to go out of the box whenever you're presenting something. Then rather than just talking it as if you know the information, focus on examples. If it's a presentation, go on to share your own experiences, not private ones, but those related to the topics. Share your experiences. Go out of the box. You can illustrate some examples as well whenever you're communicating. You can relate or associate the topic with your real life experiences, or with some other people's real life experiences, who are basically famous icons, or maybe some random people who have given you an example of the illustration of the topic, basically. So you can share those experiences as well. So it makes the conversation more effective, the communication more effective, and whatever message you are trying to convey is conveyed in a very efficient manner. So these are basically the communication skills that you may apply in order to communicate with people. While you're communicating, your body language, your physical movements, your gestures speak a lot about you. It speaks a lot about what you want to convey. Your emotional values, your feelings, and your opinions basically are depicted by what you say, how you talk, and your personality is also depicted in the way you talk, in the way you speak. So that's the reason communication is a medium more than your looks and more than your, you know, your dressing sense or any other things. The way you communicate tells a lot about your attitude and personality. That's the reason, guys, communication is very important. If you have any issues in communicating, like maybe you feel shy, or maybe you are not able to express, you want to express, do talk it out, you know. Do go to social gatherings, do express your feelings, I mean, express your opinions in public gatherings, etc. Those small chats, small talks will lead to a bigger confidence level in you, and then you'll be able to communicate very effectively with all confidence that you need. So gestures are also a part of communication, guys. Whatever gesture you give, like for example, if you're fidgeting with your hands, or constantly moving, you're rubbing your hands, or constantly moving, so that shows your anxiety levels, and that shows the discomfort that you're having while communicating. So it shows a kind of personality, a negative impression to other people who are, looking at your gestures. So make a point that while communicating or expressing something, you control your body movements as well. There should be body movements and hand movements basically when you're expressing, but to a certain level that you're able to effectively illustrate what you want to say through your gestures, right? So gestures are also a part of communication. Body language says a lot about yourself. It talks a lot more than your communication, I mean. So use gestures sparingly, and use gestures at key moments. For example, if you're talking something about a bigger example, like an era which occurred in fashion, for example. So while illustrating something, you can just use your hand movements, change your expressions according to the moment of your communication. Like if it's a happy moment you're talking about, if it's a success story or something, and how they went on to achieve that goal, then just express yourself through your expressions. It's not just about going on and talking, it's about your expressions. It's the way you use your hand movements, it's the way you use your own brain and your own talent basically. Your body language speaks a lot. Keep your gestures with the power sphere. So according to that, you can use your body language in communication, and proceed on with your communication skills. It's also a basic part of communication. Some of the advantages of communication are, you are able to solve problems of people, right? You are able to clear your doubts and get other people's doubts cleared as well. Second is, get to know more information. Obviously, communication is in itself a medium of information, a channel of information wherein you transfer your ideas to other people can transfer their ideas and knowledge to you. So basically, it's a medium of knowledge. It may be through any form, through social media, through your books, through other people, through people who talk to you, or it may be simply through gestures, guys, like hand movements, your facial expressions, which do show that what are you feeling exactly inside. These are indirect ways of communicating and makes conversation more interesting. So communication is something that because of interaction, you're able to make the conversation more interesting, right? You can share your ideas, you can you receive some feedbacks from people when you share your ideas. So basically, this process is essential in each and every element of life. That's a part of communication. In business, it may be in studies, it may be academics, your career, it may be your relationships. Talking is very essential, because if you don't talk, you may not be able to relate to that person with whom you're trying to associate. So communication is very essential in each and every area. Now, if you're giving a speech or something, okay, you're presenting a topic, at that moment, learn one thing: content is more important, quality matters than quantity. So, focus on the content. Second is the power of words. Whatever words you use in order to, promote your brand or product, or if you're presenting a basic motivational topic, the words which you use have a greater power, guys. So you should be able to impress the audience with your own words, with your own examples, with your own delight, that how can a person be so great. I mean, if you're talking about a person, how can if this is possible, if that person from a lower level has reached to a very higher level, then why not you? So these kind of motivational tactics you can use in your presentation. If it's a motivational topic, there are different tactics you can use for different topics. Basically, if it's a motivational, I told you how you can illustrate your information, how you can motivate people or induce people positively in order to achieve their goals. And if it's a business tactic, then how you can promote your products, how you can promote your brands. They have a different tactic of gestures and body language and ideas, basically. So if it's a study skill topic, then how you express all the study skills well, how you illustrate people, how you illustrate students with all the examples, how you can study well. These, for example, are basic communication strategies that you can use for different topics. So there are n number of strategies. You can create magic with your words if you have a power over your language and your words, and basically your novel ideas and a spark of imagination. So that should come out through your communication skills if you're presenting something. So if you like this today's video, please do subscribe and do share to each and every person, and try to communicate with each other effectively in this way. Thank you so much.